Hello folks, hopefully you had a very good Christmas. Here in Brazil, it was hot. It still is hot. Today's 32 Celsius, so over I think 90 Fahrenheit if you're using the American system. But it was a very good Christmas overall. So this is the last video of the year. And to wrap up this year, let's take a look at how Bitcoin, how Ethereum, how Solana performed this year, and then my overall projections for the next year. Before we start that, let me actually show I did a very little trade. I think it was on Wednesday. So 2 days to expiration, I opened a trade. Let me show that to you right now. So you can see that we have right here. Let me open the magnifier. We have our trades that we did, which was one November 28th, then December 5th, 12, 19, 26. And these ones were the ones that I showed. But then we had the two options that I had, they were leaps. You can see I opened one in August and one in September because I thought the market was going to go up, and spoiler, the market did not go up. But I opened these, they expired worthless. I lost just the amount that I paid to open these. And this is the trade that I did right here, a December 26, 3100, and I sold a call and I opened it on the 24th. So I think, yeah, Wednesday. So this one I collected $43, and the two leaps that I lost 140 and 169. So I think 310, if my math is mathing, $310 that I lost. But this is not just a monthly loss, because one is since August and the other one is since September. So these are more like accumulated losses overall, but still very good month. I did 390 right here, 290 on this one, 296 on this one, and 43 with this one right here. So overall, it was a very good month, even though it looks that it wasn't much of a deal because of these two, but that money was not being counted here in the PNL, which is still above 10,000. It's 10,200 right now because I already had paid to open these options. So that money was not being counted here in our PNL yet. So that is good. But now if we look at the returns, looking at Bitcoin, we are 30% down from all-time highs. So we have fallen 30% from the 126,000, which was the maximum price Bitcoin has ever seen. And look at it, from all the way to the top to all the way to October 10th, it was just a matter of few days, and we had 20% difference from that 126 all the way to $102,000 in a matter of a few days. Whoever was so genius to short at the very top or very close to the top is doing big numbers, even though he is a freaking bear, and I personally don't like bears. But that being said, props to whoever exited close or at the top. So 30% from all-time highs here for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, it's actually a little bit more. If we trace the $5,000 that we saw on Ethereum, we are now at 41% from all-time highs, which currently is at 29.22 for Ethereum. And if we go to Solana, it's even worse, because on Solana we saw $300 and now we are at 122, meaning that we have a 58.5% fall from $300, which was the price that we saw on Solana approximately. So we're 60% down on Solana, we're 40% down from Ethereum, and we are 30% down with Bitcoin. If you look at the current prices, Bitcoin is now at 87,200. We have Ethereum at 29.21. We have BNB at 832. BNB, which was until a month ago, was keeping very strong, holding very strong. Now it seems like it is losing momentum. It is falling because now it seems to be stuck in this 800 range. Then we have XRP at 184. We have Solana at 121. Hyperliquid at $25. Monero at 440. And Zcash also at 440. So these are the ones that I'm following the most. The Fear and Greed Index, we are now at 20. Yesterday was 23. So we're still in the extreme fear part of the chart. But if we look now at the returns that we had for the quarterly, Bitcoin opened bad this year and closed bad this year. So we're closing Q4. We have like 5 days to go at minus 23% on Bitcoin and minus 30% here on Ethereum. But the interesting thing is that every time we close in the red, we usually have a nice Q1 and a nice Q2 the following year. So you can see minus 41%, then we have 5% here, 100% here, 28% in the negative, 3%, 69% on Ethereum. And on Bitcoin, almost every time we have a bad Q4, we have a good Q1 and a fantastic Q2. This was a bad Q1, but a very good Q2 right here. After 2019, 2020 was starting bad, but then it did fantastic the next time. 2022, we closed bad, but then we had fantastic Q1 and a good Q2. So after this bad Q4, hopefully we're going to have a good Q1 of 2026. So overall, not the best, closing at -23. We're seeing everything like gold, the S&P 500, stocks, FANG stocks, AI stocks, all of these are performing very, very well, but crypto has done really bad. Silver is up, gold is up, all the precious metals, they are up, but crypto is the only thing that has lost money this year, year over year. So from the beginning of the year all the way to now, crypto is the asset that is hurting the most across all markets. So that makes us think that the market's being manipulated to a point where people want to get out and then institutions are going to buy in heavily, or just because crypto is getting way more mainstream right now, all these whales, all these OGs that wanted nothing to do with TradFi and with institutions, now they are taking profits to move on to new, better things or new, more private, more secure things other than crypto that is being bought and is being adopted by the masses. There's a lot of, thoughts. There's a lot of ideologies out there, people saying this and that, but whatever you believe is the truth. A lot of whales, we have two things that are certain. Institutions are buying Bitcoin, are buying crypto heavily this year, like they've never done before. A lot of ETFs, a lot of institutions, a lot of companies, even the US government putting Bitcoin as part of their treasury. So this is something that we never seen before. And on the other side, a lot of OG whales that haven't touched their cryptocurrencies for years. They have awakened and sold their crypto. These things are true, and how do you see them? That is up to you to decide. For example, a lot of people believe that we're going to be going down to $60,000. A lot of people believe that this was a bear trap on the macro scale, and now that we've done this, now we should see another all-time high, maybe 140, maybe 150 for the next year and the following year, but who knows? I'm always more of an optimist than a pessimist, but again, I am now mostly positioned with stablecoins waiting for another opportunity. So with my personal account, you saw I did 17% in December alone. I'm going to try to keep doing these numbers, maybe not as high, but still keep doing the stablecoin strategy like we're doing with Bitopics, for example, just stablecoins, and we're trading options using stablecoins as collateral. And then I'm just going to focus more in the hold strategy. So just buying and holding, especially right now, and especially if things are not good. So they're a little bit worse than we imagine and the market keeps dumping. I have more stable coins. I have more capital to deploy and buy more coins that I believe in for the long term, like Bitcoin, like Zcash, for example, like other coins that I believe are going to be doing very, very good in the future. So between Ethereum and Solana, I'm still uncertain about them, but they are part of my portfolio right now. So I'm going to keep them, but I don't know if I'm going to keep adding to them as much as I wanted to before. So that being said, this will conclude today's video. Hopefully you have an amazing end of the year with your loved ones, or if you live alone, by yourself, but be hopeful for the next year. Hopefully next year it will be a fantastic year for you, your family, your finances, for yourself as a person. I wish you the best. I wish you happiness and joy in your life. So may God bless you. See you next year. Take care. Peace.